So Mindseed starts their video off with, "It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena covered in dust and sweat striving for greatness." So I decided to look up this quote, and conveniently enough they left out, "or where the doer of deeds could have done them better," because we know these guys are perfect and they couldn't do anything better than they already do it. And they conveniently left out the word "and blood," which, I guess that would have been just too deep. So here's the rest of it if you really want to read it, but I just want to say this. Shut your mouth. He brought up that Theodore Roosevelt quote, and he didn't quote all of it. He left blood out of there, blood, sweat, and tears. But I guess Casey and Colton thought, no, that's a little bit too far. I mean, is it really that deep? Blood, sweat, and tears. They let the blood out. They're like, oh, but the sweat and the hard work, because you're not here on location with us. We're the ones out here doing the work, and you just sit comfortably behind a computer or laptop, and you just make all these accusations, even though you guys have been busted numerous times by me, Beardo, and other great debunkers multiple times. It blows my mind that when we show you the string, or we show you the mask, or the sounds that literally show you faking, it's like, well, these are just accusations. That's what they are. But, Teddy Roosevelt, he wasn't talking about YouTubers, going to abandoned Airbnbs and faking the hauntings. That's not what he was talking about. He was, man in arena. Probably a gladiator. It's funny to me how you leave so much out of that quote, because, it really does get deep, but you guys want to use the part that benefits what you were trying to say about yourself. You ain't no gladiator. Theodore Roosevelt would laugh in your face if he was to come to the future and see you guys go in these haunted houses, running around faking ghost activity. That's the work you put. That's the blood, sweat, and tears right there. Is you running around having to put a string here or fake a sound over there. MindseedTV, baby. Now, you'll want to watch this whole video. It's a good one. And Christina Lamara on Debunkers Anonymous on Facebook, where we talk debunker 24 hours, 7 days a week, a post spawned this entire video. So this video is dedicated to her. Now, she made a post saying that, well, I'll just tell you right now, MindseedTV, she thought that Casey slammed the door himself and said a ghost done it. I don't think that is exactly what happened, but I can definitely see what she's talking about, but we'll get into it. It's already started off good. Let's get into it.
So we heard about this old abandoned factory warehouse. Apparently back in the days, it housed a lot of old people. There was a lot of elderly, and there was quite a few deaths.
They are under the impression that it's haunted.
Oh, you guys are starting this video out right, baby. Lots of, death and... Ooh! It grabs and tugs at you. Show a few documents to back up what you're saying, though. For all we know, you could be just at a big abandoned warehouse at night, just walking around pretending like it's haunted. For all we know, right?
We pull up to this dilapidated, old receiving bay factory warehouse looking thing. When we talked to our contact, he warned us, make sure you lock every door, make sure you leave everything in your car that you can, because this is a bad neighborhood.
And to top it off, there's a 25,000 square foot haunted warehouse.
And to top it all off, 25 million square feet of potentially haunted stuff here, people. And that's just the square footage of the floor, right? That's not talking about the actual three-dimensional space that we're working with here.
Oh shit, look at this, dude.
Shine light?
Bro, it is shining. This place is like darker than dark.
This is one of those locations where you have to have a backup light on you. If your light goes out in this place, you're gonna be lost in there for a very long time.
The light goes out here, people. You're screwed completely. You'll never, ever find your way out of here again. Till daylight.
It's the kind of darkness that swallows you up.
Wow, that's deep. Whew. I'm already thinking about that Theodore Roosevelt quote you had.
How about you light up this device in my hand, let us know that you're here. $20,000 square feet of abandoned factory.
This place was actually for handicapped adults. It was considered an adult activity center.
Well, good. You guys fit right in. Is that too much? Is it too much? Told you. New year, new me.
Oh shit, wheelchairs. There's your old people stuff right here.
Tires, wheelchairs, pretty much everything that you could think of that looks like a century has gone by and daylight has not touched.
Now, in case you guys have watched this video of MindseedTV, you're probably thinking, well, you glossed over a lot of the beginning of their video. You're absolutely right, but I did that on purpose because it comes into the debunk later. We get a little bit of a layout, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, there'll be a hidden word in this video. And a couple people asked me, well, what's the hidden word for exactly? Well, if I put a hidden word, whether I say it or hide it somewhere in the video, it shows who's watching the whole video, you know, instead of getting on there watching 10 seconds and saying, hey, great video. I've done that, you know. But moving on. Pay attention to the room layout as we proceed forward. Now, while you're already at this clip, as you're watching, just kind of pay attention to the layout a little bit.
You light up even yellow or red, just let us know you're here with us. Thought I saw something right there. Right there? Yeah, you see where that tire is? See that tire over there? In that doorway? Thought I saw something like move right around that f***ing wall. Hopefully there's no homeless people in here.
Dude, this place is like
Oh, spiderweb.
right on the edge of collapse.
As they look around in the bathroom, this ain't the bathroom that has all the paranormal activity. They're getting ready to go to stall number 3, the other bathroom, and it's about to pop off, people, so get ready. Watch out, Theodore Roosevelt. The third stall is coming. Now, conveniently enough, or whatever, they get a lot of paranormal evidence in this video, like they do in every, video. And then they get upset, when somebody calls them out for it. It's like, oh, wow, how dare you be a critic? And, when I tell you that, that chair went flying on its own and the cellar door busted up out of the floor, or all in one night, mind you, or that shadow figure, or that floating god, when I tell you that's real, you shouldn't critique that. You shouldn't say anything about that. You should accept it, hit the like button, subscribe, and that's what you should do. But you shouldn't say anything. Put money in my pocket and shut your face. The third stall.
Checked one bathroom, there was a couple stalls in there, very, very old looking. And I walked across from that bathroom area, there was another bathroom.
Oh, shit, dude.
What the f?
Colton and I were walking.
So much to unpack, people. You saw it. The bathroom doors is doing their thing, all those stall doors, except the one in the middle, it's moving, but it's not, you know, opening door you can see inside of it. But I'm getting off track. And then the door, the bathroom door, as he backs out, slams right in his face. We get 2 camera angles, you know, as if they've watched me talk about the fact that one of their camera angles always disappears when the paranormal happens. Not this time. They're like, got it on his camera too. But when you look closer, all of it, as always, falls apart if you know what you're looking for. Now, as he goes in this bathroom, all 3 stalls are moving. The one in the middle, you can't see inside of it. So I think if you remove that door, I think you would see Colton holding 2 strings. Just saying, they have a 3rd man with them. Now, the convenience of it is, think about it this way. The way they film their videos and the way they cut the videos. They show the paranormal, then they cut to them, you know, talking, going, I walked in the bathroom and I felt a cold breeze, or just whatever. They use that cut for a reason. That way, when that cut happens, if they run into the bathroom, the people that's in there can easily walk out. You never see it go straight through, like the door slams in his face and he busts it back open and, you know, with the camera looks in there. You don't see that. He just stands there stunned like, oh, wow, did you see that dude, bro? It's insulting.
45 minutes to an hour. Haven't seen anything move. Haven't seen anything crazy. I turn a corner and just 3 doors closing at the same time.
Oh,
It caught me off guard. I wasn't sure what I was looking at. I took a step back, and then the bathroom door itself slammed in my face.
oh, shit, dude. What the f?
Now, I definitely see why she thinks Casey slammed the door when it comes to his camera angle as he's backing out of the bathroom. You can't see his hand down here. So, yeah, he could have slammed the door. Now, the problem is, though, you have, I can't never remember, Colton, his camera back there, right? And you don't see him slamming it from that angle, so he couldn't have slammed it, right? Or could they have been filmed at 2 different times? 2 different shots? Yes, they could. Pay attention to the flashlight bright beam. So all we have to do is focus on the light beam. Watch as the door slams. Bam, you see that? And then he turns and looks at his buddy on the other camera.
When he walked into one of the bathrooms, he became startled immediately, and then slam. The door literally almost hits him in the face. Oh, shit, dude.
As the door slams, look exactly where that light beam is. So here we go.
Oh, shit, dude.
So door slams, look where the light is. It's right there. There's the door, there's the wall.
Oh, shit, dude.
Door slams, look where the light beam is. It should not be on that wall. Their beams don't match up, which means that it was filmed more than once. It's crazy, you know, when you see it and you actually pay attention. It's crazy when you watch that the flashlight beam is completely in the wrong place when that door slams. It's not even in the same vicinity through each shot. The camera angles, yeah, they're going to be further away in different angles. But that bright light should be in the same spot. Doesn't matter where the cameras are. You see what I'm saying? Busted is the term I like to use. I love my job. It's catches like this that just make me like, man, this is fantastic. But we got more.
Holy shit, is that orange? Whoa, bro.
That's when I was like, okay, we gotta set up cameras in here.
They do this every time. They just now decided to put the static cameras up. All this paranormal done happened. The door slamming, everything. It's done happened. Now they decide, oh, we better go get them static cameras. We may very well catch something here. See, the thing about that is, had the static camera been in the bathroom when the door slammed, it'd been hard to fake that. Good thing it happened before you put the static camera in there. Like in every other video you've ever made. You absolute imbeciles.
We need static cameras on the bathrooms. We need That's when I started getting really excited about this place.
Movement, we got activity. This is definitely more than some kind of wildlife running around in here.
Insert laugh track right about here. Not quitting. I'm gonna hang it through the whole video. Heavy metal.
Hey, remember how to get back here? We need to put a static camera in there.
You know, bro, I'm thinking a static cam here, maybe down the hall, maybe over there. I'm thinking we need a static camera. Oh, man.
Thank God we were still filming. This fire extinguisher comes sliding up to the back of our heels.
Yeah, a fire extinguisher comes flying at both of them. Like I said, they got a third man there. They've learned. Must have watched my video, huh? But that's not the crazy part. I'll show you the crazy part. Let's just watch the clip.
What the f was that, bro?
Whatever you do, don't make no attempt to put the camera where it come from.
We were both next to each other. Neither one of us touched that fire extinguisher. And the way that it was coming towards us, you would think that someone either threw it or someone slid it at us.
Yeah, and conveniently enough, not one of you guys turned the light or camera toward where it come from. Not either one of you. Two cameras, neither one of you. Oh, yeah, no static cam there either, people. Whew. Breathe. I feel better. I'm kidding, I'm out of here. You would know if you accidentally kicked a fire extinguisher.
Let's get static camera on this room. Bathroom. Let's get EVP recorder. REM pods. Let's bring all that shit back here.
And we got to bypass some boring stuff in the video. You know, they're pointing around, tapping sounds, hearing stuff in the dark. I did zoom in on their phone screen in case you could see something.
Let's go get the devices quick.
All right.
And finally, they go to get the static cameras. After all this paranormal that went on, they finally go get that. That way, the paranormal can evolve to where it fits with the static cam instead of being right in front of them. And they finally get their static cam set up in some very beautiful angles. But the angle that we're most interested in is, well, not that one really. It would be that one right there, ladies and gentlemen. Dead silent. Blah, 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 blah.
After the Snow Prism, we tried a bunch of other tests in different spots around the factory, and we weren't really getting many results.
And I skipped that crap because it was boring. Go ahead, I deserve a like just for that alone. They say ectoplasm, I say Polaroid camera in the dark.
After a while, we just started to pop Polaroids, and on one of the Polaroids, we got this crazy wispy squiggle. It looked like what you would describe ectoplasm.
What the hell is that?
Ectoplasm, huh? No, it looks like a Polaroid camera that you used. You took pictures in the dark, you know, where they're not made to take pictures in the dark. It's going to cause quite a bit of artifact in the pictures. That's just the way it is because they're not made to be in pitch black with little strips of light here and there from, I don't know, flashlights and reflections. Granted, wind could have moved this on the wall there, but the reason I want to show it is because it's easily faked. I don't know if that's even dynamic enough for them to do it themselves. I want you to pay close attention to this next static cam shot. Because when I first watched it, I was basically hoping that, man, I hope they got more camera angles than just this one so we get a better layout of this big room that they're in. Fortunately for us, we do. In fact, we get a lot of information about it. And, well, first I'll show you the clip of the paranormal. And then we'll break it down. It's very important to point out how these lights fell. Take a look. Now the first one falls, watch very closely, I brightened the image. See that? It falls almost straight down, which means it went through from the left or right of the camera right off frame. Now the second one falls, watch this. It falls pretty much, straight down. Watch this. You see that? They're above the camera. Obviously, you saw a couple of fluorescent light bulbs fall straight down. I don't think they were thrown off camera, like, right off frame and just thrown like a javelin, because it would have had an arc to it. These fell straight down, which means they had to be above the camera, obviously. Now, fluorescent lights, these ends right here, go ahead and show them. They're easy to pull out. You could even put them in a fixture and not have them completely fastened, because that one end pushes in. It's spring loaded. And if you barely connect it, you could put a string or anything on it, pull it straight down. But if you pull it straight down, you'd have to be standing under it. So I don't think they did that. I think they were up there, and I'll show you why, and they just dropped them. Another thing I wanted to show, like as they're walking to the room where the bulbs fell from the ceiling, take a look, because the room is dead ahead, straight ahead. You see them two bulbs on the floor there? Look at them two bulbs. They could have used those two bulbs right there to throw.
Here's what it is. Oh, look at this.
Now the fixture that holds the bulbs, as you look up right here, this is the room. There's one single run of bulbs, which means they couldn't fall side by side, because there's not two rows, there's one row of bulbs. So how did they fall side by side? That's not possible. At first I thought these pallets right here, maybe they stood on it, or they put a ladder up and they threw them onto the frame. I was wrong. The reason I was wrong is because the bulbs, they fell straight down. They didn't come in on an angle into the frame like you're throwing a javelin or something. They fell straight down, which means you would have to be above the camera frame in the rafters. And as you can see, there's plenty of rafters. Now, the room they're in right now is the same room where those fluorescent bulbs fell. You don't get to see everything in great detail, but you do get enough to make an informed opinion on, like we're about to do. The camera would have been right on the end of this table right here. This big wood frame right down there. The static camera would have been sitting there facing toward the corner toward us. That's where the static cam they put out was. This is the area where the fluorescent lights fell. Right here, there is that forklift. They fell right there. And I wanted you guys to get a good look at the area. As you can see, that's where the bulbs are laying right there. But yeah, this gives you a pretty good idea and a different perspective besides the static cam. Okay, we see where the bulbs fell, right? We know where the camera was. Okay, now what we got to know now is the forklift that's in the static cam image. We need to know exactly where it's at. Take a look. So the bulbs fell from roughly this area right here, and as you can see, spare bulbs are up there in the rafters. One more look at the area right here. You can see that the buildings are built under the warehouse, which means they are freestanding. So if my calculations are correct, the bulbs fell right here. The first bulb fell about right there, and the second one fell about right there, and there's that freestanding wall back there as well. You can see the spare bulbs up there, which means if they had a ladder behind there, they could store it up there. If only we knew that they had a ladder back there around the other side of this wall, that would be an amazing catch. Too bad. I mean, I haven't seen a ladder. Oh, wait, what's that right there? Wow, that would appear to be a ladder, people. Yeah, a ladder. That goes above the wall, the freestanding walls, which means they have access to a ladder. Can I 100% say that there's a ladder on that other wall back? No, but I can speculate. Now, that proves that they have access to ladders. Obviously, in these warehouses you normally do. Well, we know, I showed you a ladder, and I showed where they stored that stuff on the ceiling. You have to have a way to carry those bulbs up there to lay it across those rafters. People do that. You ain't supposed to do that, I don't think. But people do it. They store stuff on rafters. If it falls, it might hurt somebody. But, hey, this ain't like the best debunk compared to, the first one we did. That's a smoking gun, so to speak. But when you put all the tiny pieces of circumstantial evidence together, see that? You start to see the picture. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. Right? Oh, the secret word is goofy. Pretty apt. Anyway, guys, all jokes aside, comment below what you think. I think we're onto something here. Well, obviously. But I'm always eager to hear your guys' opinions. I appreciate all you guys do. I love you guys. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. You all come back now, you hear? Oh, I didn't sing, did I? You want me to? You just clicked off, didn't you? I'll sing the next one, I promise. I love you guys.